What is up, gang? What's going on, family? We gon' hold up. Let's switch over. Let's switch over. What's going on, everybody? How y'all doing out there? Hold on. We got Ep.17. Let's go, champ. Let's go. Always starting my stream off with a smile because Hashim is always in here doing his thing, man. Thank you so much, brother. Okay, hold up. Hugh Jakes, our member. Hugh Jakes, what's up, brother? What's up? Hugh the Dev. How's it going, Fanatico? I'm super excited for this fight. Yo, me. Oh, my God. When I was asked, Hugh, what's my most anticipated fight? Was the Loma fight with Devin Haney my most anticipated fight? I said, nah. It's a fight that I really want to watch. But unfortunately, my most anticipated fight is a fight that's not happening. And that's Terence Crawford versus Errol Spence Jr. Fast forward to today. It looks like we're on that path. Now, I see stuff like what Ep.17 is saying, and I feel your sentiment. I'm actually in your same boat. Until I see a press conference, I'm not comfortable. Until I see a press conference, because we came very close. They were saying the same things before. We were getting dates. Y'all remember that? We were getting dates. They was telling us, yo, October 29th. We're going to get October 29th, they're going to fight. And then they were like, November something. And then they said, oh, it could be December. But if they don't sign the contract, they're going to have to move on. We were getting dates. But it ended up being like nothing happened. We didn't get the fight. We got dates, but we didn't get the fight. So until I see a press conference and they're sitting together and man, when I see that, man, and even then, you never know. The fight might not happen, but it was just like when Floyd and Manny was going to fight. Until I saw them at that press conference, I was like, And even then, I was still feeling a little bit weird until the bell rang and they were inside the ring. But yeah, man, I feel your shakiness. I feel it. But this one feels real. Mike Coppinger is a reliable source. ESPN is posting it, so people are very aware, and they're not talking. When both Errol Spence and Terence Crawford were not talking towards each other for a long time via social media. When they're not talking, that's when the fight is actually being made. When there's back and forth, that's political posturing for the public eye. The fact that they haven't been talking back and forth on social media and everything was quiet, that to me, that gives me a better feeling that the fight is being made. Ball Out Mixtape Fire, what's going on? Adrian Dones, how you doing today, bud? Getting smoked on 729. Yo, you know what? This is one of my easiest predictions. This is going to be one and I know it's going to make people mad, but listen, there are some people that I have the utmost confidence in when it comes to boxing, and this is one of them. All right, hold on. Ball Out Mixtape Fire, let's go. You said it twice. Okay, here, Catman 7085, bud getting beat the hell up. Okay, Catman, that's a good name. That's a good name. What's good, Fanatical? Courtney Jackson, what's going on, brother? What's up? Or Courtney Jackson could be a girl. I'm sorry. If you're a female, I apologize. Chris Sater, this is truly a 50-50 fight. This is the truest 50-50 fight. Truly a 50-50 fight, but I give the edge to my guy, The Truth. Even though I know it can go either way, it will be even more exciting for the rematch. This is a 50-50 fight in the sense that this is the fight. This is the fight. Like Devin Haney and Loma is a fight to see who's the best at 135, right? This is not the fight to see who's the best at 147. This fight is monumental because, number one, whoever wins this fight is the best pound-for-pound fighter in the world. I don't care who you are. I don't care if you're Usyk. I don't care if you're Inoue. I do not care. I don't care. This is the best fight to see who's the best fighter in the world. That's number one. Number two, whoever wins, history gets made. Whoever wins, history gets made. If Errol Spence Jr. wins, he'll be the first welterweight in the history, which welterweight is the hottest, it tends to be the hottest division across all of the different years, right? It's always, the welterweight is always popping. There's always something popping in the welterweight division. So he'll be the first welterweight to become undisputed, right? In the 4-belt era. If Terence Crawford wins, he'll do the same. But on top of that, he'll be the first male fighter to become undisputed in multiple divisions. He'll be a 2-division undisputed champion. History will be made. And they're not that old. They're not that old. They're not that old. They could fight. They could fight. Now, I got my video already. You know what I'm saying? I already made the video because I thought they were going to fight before, so I already made the video. So we're going to watch the video together because all of that applies still, because I think since then, only Crawford fought and he got a knockout. It didn't really change much, right? So hold on. Let's see what you guys are saying, though. It would be great if it happens. Ayash Racha, about time. Hashim 47, haha, I know your prediction for the time, Fanatico, and I gotta agree with it. Looking forward to your breakdown, though. Hey, listen, I already did it. I already did the breakdown. It's already done. Y'all need to put some respect on my dude Bud's name. I'm a guy. You're good. Oh, no. All right. No worries. My brother, Courtney. That's your name, though? Courtney? No, I mean, nothing against it, but, just saying. I'm good with Bud, but Spence can definitely get it done. Okay, Adrian Dones, that is a fact. Whoever wins is hands down, pound for pound. It's not even a question. You know how some people are, like, somehow questioning if Devin Haney may be pound for pound number 1. I personally, but that's subjective. That list is subjective. So I wouldn't attack anybody on their list because it's a subjective list. But I personally wouldn't put Devin Haney number 1 or even number 2 just because he beat Lomachenko. I would put him on the list for sure. He's definitely on the list. And for me, maybe top 3, somewhere in the top 5, somewhere around there. But this fight, this is great. This is amazing. It's like we just came off the heels of Lomachenko versus Devin Haney. Lomachenko versus Devin Haney, to me, was the thing that I was looking forward to the most for this year. But that's before I knew that this fight was being made. I thought this fight was a foregone conclusion. We wasn't going to hear about this. Like, I didn't think about this fight, right? Because that's the best way as a boxing fan that you could deal with this stuff. Don't think about it. Because if you think about it, it's going to eat you alive. I ain't even think about it. I'm like, man, this fight ain't happening. I subscribed in my mind to this fight not happening. And the fact that it's happening, and once it gets fully announced, oh my God. Oh my goodness. This is the fight that I want. More than any fight. More than Devin Haney versus Lomachenko. Like, kudos to them. Amazing fight. I'm so glad it happened. This fight is the fight. I'm so glad that we have something to look forward to because this is the fight that I want more than anything, man. Yesterday I was jumping up and down when I saw it. When I saw the reports coming in, I was jumping up and down. I couldn't believe it. 35 and 33 is not bad at all. It feels like great timing to me. Yeah. Because they're very, very similar. They're very, very similar. Get them likes up. Yo, get the like. Yo, Scullo X-Man. He's right. If we can get the likes up, that would be very much appreciated. Thank you so much, guys. Man. Oh, we just seen Loma look pretty solid at 35. Yeah, man. And Mayweather looked solid at 36 when he fought Canelo. Yo, these guys look solid, man. They solid. I was talking to my friend, and I was thinking, in the modern era, if all of these fights get made, we already got the Ryan Tank. We already got the Devin Loma. If the fights that are being planned gets made, right? Like, let's say we get that December, it's like brain-busting, crazy gauntlet tournament with Tyson Fury versus Usyk, and then with the undercard that's Anthony Joshua versus Wilder, which is reportedly being built in the background to happen in Saudi Arabia because only they would have the money to pull that off. Anyways, happening in the background where the winners fight each other, right? This gives a chance for redemption to Deontay Wilder. And, you know, we get to see undisputed for heavyweight. If that's a thing, if that happens, plus we get this Terence Crawford versus Errol Spence. Plus we got the Devin Haney versus Loma. Plus we get Shakur fighting one of these guys, like maybe a Devin Haney or maybe a Lomachenko, because that's probably going to happen. Well, that could happen. Is this the best year? Is this the best matchmaking year in modern boxing history? Would this be considered the best? I think so. I think so. I think so. I 100% believe that if all of those things come to fruition, Inouye versus Fulton, I completely forgot. We got Inouye versus Fulton. If all of those things come into fruition, this would be the greatest matchmaking year in boxing history, in modern boxing. Let's be a little bit safer. In modern boxing history. Inouye versus Fulton. Ryan versus Tank. Shakur versus insert name, which is more than likely some top level person, either Devin Haney or Lomachenko. Teofimo Lopez versus Josh Taylor, that's decent. Terence Crawford versus Errol Spence, which is the fight we've been waiting. That's the Manny Pacquiao Mayweather, although maybe not as popular with casual fans, but diehard fans know that that's the Manny Pacquiao versus Mayweather fight that we've been waiting for a long time. That's the one that we've always wanted for so long, that we meme, that would never happen, that we talk about, that years has passed. That's the fight. That's the fight that carries that same Mayweather Manny Pacquiao aura, where it was always a joke. Hey, by the time they make this fight, I'm going to be telling my grandkids, or like, hey, it's time to watch or whatever. You know, the memes, right? The memes is the Terence Crawford versus Errol Spence Jr. fight. That's the biggest fight in boxing, bar none. Bar none. Wait, King Juice said, we also have Canelo versus Tyson Fury. What? We don't have that. No, we're not gonna have that. What you mean? Jay Shep is in the house. Absolutely. Okay, I'm glad you guys agree. I feel like, man, this is crazy. This is crazy. This is crazy. What a crazy year we're going to have. What a crazy year we're gonna have. I can't believe it. Yes, it is my name. I got name from an actor, Courtney B. Vance. Oh, okay, cool. No worries, brother. You got Bud winning this fight, okay? Boxers have evolved age-wise. 35 is a new 25. I see. That makes a lot of sense. That'll be sick night for heavyweight. Absolutely, man. Absolutely. Brother Mike, I hope we get the Keyshawn versus Frank Martin undercard. That'd be wild if we get that. I don't see that happening. I feel like it might be too early for them two to fight, but if they do fight early, because that's been the thing that we've been seeing, Ryan and Tank fighting, maybe Frank Martin and Keyshawn Davis gonna fight. I think it's the best year in a long time. I think it might be the best year. Because yes, sure, we've had years where it's like Mayweather versus De La Hoya or Mayweather versus Manny Pacquiao. And those were amazing. But it was one fight. Imagine we end this year and we got Ryan versus Tank, Devin Haney versus Lomachenko, Shakur versus Devin Haney or Lomachenko, both of which are very possible. Then we get Terence Crawford versus Errol Spence, Tyson Fury versus Usyk, Deontay Wilder versus Anthony Joshua, Inouye versus Fulton. That's a lot, bro. That's a lot. That's a lot, bro. That's a lot. We gonna be chilling. And I think it's the best time to do it because Ryan and Tank and the whole love him or hate him, the whole YouTube thing, they putting boxing on the map. They're making boxing cool and hip. So let's strike while the iron's hot, right? There's reports that Devin Haney versus Lomachenko reportedly may have done 300 plus pay-per-view buys on ESPN Plus. Like, it wasn't on cable. You had to go on ESPN Plus and buy it on ESPN Plus. So you had to have a membership to EMP or a subscription, unless I'm wrong. I think that this is the case. You had to have a subscription to ESPN Plus, and then you had to buy the pay-per-view through ESPN Plus. Bro, and they still was able to do 300,000. Now, we don't know for sure. We don't know the for sure numbers, but if those numbers come in and a Devin Haney versus Lomachenko is able to pull those numbers, boxing is super healthy right now. Super healthy right now. Man, let's go. I'm hyped. All right, we're going to go ahead and watch my video that I already made. Jay Shep talking about this year is so good. All we would need next year is a few rematches. There you go. There you go. Also, forget Bivol versus Beterbiev could happen. I think WBC holding it back. Man, if that happens, I wouldn't even put the tagline in modern boxing. I would just say in boxing, period. I can't imagine there was a year more chock full. You got to probably go back to the 1940s, 1950s to get a year more like stacked than this year. If they do that fight. Yo, and you see this magic right here? You see this magic? This crazy, bro. Crazy. Crazy. We don't, like, yo. That's crazy, man. I can't even talk. Like, you have to understand, if you a boxing fan, especially as long as I've been a boxing fan, like if you've been a boxing fan for a while, you know what it feels like to get like, not get nothing, to like not get nothing for years. Like if your favorite sport, if you don't care about boxing, it's hard to understand. It's hard to understand. Because if you like any other sport other than combat sports, but especially boxing, you just really, you know you're going to get, your team is going to play. They're going to play a certain amount of games. They either make it to the playoffs, they don't, but you always going to get to see your team versus other teams that are good, and they have to play each other no matter what. So you always get these games, and maybe it's more exciting because your team makes it further in this season. So you always get that experience, and you know what to expect, right? Everything is scheduled, everything is ready to go. With boxing, you just never know. You can have like 4 or 5 years with nothing good. So for us to be sitting here and having a potential year the way that, like, that's crazy, bro. Crazy. It just feels magical. It doesn't feel real. It feels magical. That it feels magical. So hold up. Oh, you can get it on DirecTV too. Okay, I didn't know that. I saw it was telling me to order it on ESPN Plus. I ordered it. I have ESPN Plus, so I ordered it on ESPN Plus. I'm pretty sure WBC is holding it back. That sucks, man. Beterbiev fighting Callum Smith first, I believe, and we know Canelo trying to get the Bivol fight. Oh, I heard that Canelo versus Benavidez. I heard that Canelo's team is talking to Benavidez's team. Now, this is also, rumors, speculation, but it's coming from reliable sources, on the inside sources. If that's the case, and we get that fight in September, oh my God. It's too much, bro. It'll be too much. We might not even know what to do with ourselves, man. We might be having a mega fight every week. I hope they don't want the Bivol fight first, King. I hope they don't want the Bivol fight first. That would suck. Like, I'm sorry. That would suck bad. Like, I just want them to just do the fight, man. Just do we saw the Bivol fight already. Don't want to see it again. That's too much. LOL. How am I supposed to pay my bills? Word, bro. It's going to be like $1,000 at pay-per-views this year, bro. Y'all ready for that? Y'all ready for like 2K, dropping 2K on it? Like, come on, man. Love C Shorty in the house. Yo, Love C, I saw that you just dropped a video. Is that new content? Like, is that new in terms of like, did you change up some of the gameplay in Bloody Knuckle Street Boxing? By the way, if you guys haven't followed Love C Shorty, follow this man. He's making an incredible boxing video game. And he just dropped a video. I was going to take a look at it, but when I noticed, it was like a few minutes before I went live. So I just want to know, is it like new? Did you add anything new, or you just displaying the clinch in the new video? Can you? I only want it if it's at 168. Let Bivol be great. Yeah, let him be undisputed. Yeah, but you know Canelo ain't gonna do that because Canelo gonna say, yeah, like, nah, man, because then people are gonna say that I didn't beat him at his weight or whatever. The thing with Canelo is that, well, the thing with this, I'm not saying that this is the case with Canelo, but if he fights him at his weight, right, the light heavyweight, he could always say, man, he's just too big, right? Like, he could always keep saying that. He could always keep saying that. Oh, it's a preview of things to come in the devlog coming up. Awesome. Amazing. Awesome. So, yo, I can't wait. I'm doing a video when you drop the devlog. So you already know I'm doing a video. Once I see that devlog drop, I'm doing a video on that. Bloody Knuckle Street Boxing been looking fun for a minute. Psh, bro, if you haven't played that, y'all better catch the next demo, man, because Love See Shorty take them demos down, bro. He be taking them demos down, so you better catch that next demo when he puts it out. All right, let me pull up this here. Hold on. Let's put up the video, because I'm already, you know what I'm saying, I already have the video put together. I was already doing this. I've already done this. So we're going to watch it together. Let me just make sure. These transition here, make sure it pulls up. Nope, doesn't have it here. So we need to switch this to this. All right, cool. We got it here. And let me just fix it. I apologize, guys. This should have been done by already, but you know, it is what it is, man. All right, here we go. All right, let's take a look at this real quick. Hold on. I got you guys here, by the way, of course. But let's take a look at the video that I put together. This is going to have the prediction in it. This is going to have everything. This is my video that I already made. It's only about 10 minutes and 54 seconds. So let's watch together. It's going to be a little weird, you know, it's me talking, but whatever. I'll lip sync so it look like I'm talking about it right now. I'm not going to lip sync. All right, here we go. Terence Crawford versus Errol Spence Jr. will be announced soon. But who's going to win? Now, for anybody out there saying, hey, it's not going to be announced, I get it, because we get PTSD as boxing fans when it comes to the fights that we want made. Heck, Floyd Mayweather and Manny Pacquiao was 5 years past when it should have happened. So I understand that fact. But trust me, when it comes to boxing, silence is deafening. And the fact that both parties have not really... Hold on. I just said that. And that's the case again. They're not really talking in the public eye. When they talking in the public eye, that's when stuff's not getting made. If you see people going back and forth, stuff is not getting made. Because when you actually put in a contract together and people got to sign, that they're taking it very serious. Nobody's trying to mess it up for their side, for the amount of money that they want, for the whatever, all the little things that they want. They're not trying to mess it up. So it's silence. And that's what we had until they announced that the fight is happening. Terence Crawford posted that he's doing the fight. So did Errol Spence, or they posted ominous things that are very obvious. So yeah, it's happening. Let's go back to this. They've gone at each other on social. This is detailed, by like mega detail, so media. And considering the fact that Terence Crawford is now in the same promotional company, holds that additional belt to move into Undisputed. And when both fighters were asked if the fight would happen, they both said, this fight is going to happen. It's just too big not to happen.
Fight made, down the line and, real soon. Not down the line, real soon. And, give the fans what they've been looking for.
Man, it's closer than it's ever been. So, if it don't happen now, it's never gonna happen.
He was wrong. He said if it don't happen now, it's never gonna happen. And it didn't happen when he said that. And it's still gonna happen. So, I mean, he could be right, but it looked like it's going to happen, right? It looked like it's going to happen.
It was way closer than what it used to be. So, I think
Hopefully it's closer now. On top of that, we've gotten many inside reports that they are closing in on a deal. And recently, just as recent as yesterday, an incredibly reliable source in Don Raphael posted that the deal was closed. All of this don't matter in retrospect because it didn't actually happen, which is crazy. This is actually just reminding me of how I should not get hyped for this fight. I actually haven't watched this video in a while, so this is just reminding me of how much I should not get hyped for this fight. Anthony Merchant, what's going on, brother?
So close that they are already constructing the undercard, and the fight would most likely take place in Vegas, which seems to be a neutral location. Now, the importance
That still holds true. It's still going to happen in Vegas.
of this win cannot be understated. Terence Crawford is considered by ESPN the #1 pound-for-pound fighter in the world, #2 in the world by Ring Magazine, and #4 in the world by BoxRec. So he's in the top 5.
Mind you guys, this has been 9 months ago. This video was 9 months ago, so I'm not exactly 100% sure if all of these rankings are still the same.
Or #1, no matter how you cut it and slice it. Errol Spence tends to be a little bit lower in the pound-for-pound list, but he is on there as well, and he is 100% the #2 welterweight in the world. So him beating Terence Crawford
Or
would
#1,
immediately
depending on if you
catapult Errol Spence
base it off of
up
belts
to that
collected.
top tier. Now, the truth of the matter is that both of them are technically already outside of their peak. Because considering when it comes to power and speed, a peak for an athlete would be around mid-20s up until the 30s, until there's irreversible decline. Both Terence Crawford and Errol Spence Jr. are already in their 30s. Crawford being much older at 34 and Errol coming in
35 now.
at 32.
And he's
So
33
technically they're just outside their peak, but in terms of the magnitude of their accomplishments, they're at their accomplishment peak where they've beaten specific fighters to make this fight very, very intriguing. So if this fight takes place, who would win?
Y'all ready? Y'all ready for the predictions coming in the video?
Well, let's look at some data, because data, especially when it comes to boxing, is incredibly important for telling a story and even for predicting outcomes. Terence Crawford is
That was me.
5'8" with a 74-inch reach, 38 wins with 0 losses, and 29 wins by KO. Errol Spence Jr. is 5'9" with a 72-inch reach, with 28 wins, 0 losses, and 22 wins coming by KO. So you can see why this is an interesting fight. Errol Spence has the height advantage, but Crawford has the reach advantage. Crawford has more wins with 29 knockouts. Errol Spence has less wins with 22 knockouts. And there are important key percentages to take note of. These are the percentages that are found in the CompuBox data. Crawford has 45.5 total punches thrown per round, but Errol Spence brings that aggressive pressure with 69 total punches thrown per round, which is pretty insane for a welterweight.
Now,
and on top of that, Crawford
it should
only
be still
throws about
similar.
21.7 total power punches per round, and Errol.
These numbers will still be similar because Errol Spence hasn't fought since I made this video, and Terence Crawford fought one time, and I don't think it's enough to move the needle in terms of like his overall average.
Spence throws about 34.6 total punches per round. And when it comes to the landing department, the average power punch landed per round for Terence Crawford is 10.2, while for Errol Spence is 15.7. So Errol Spence overwhelms you with activity. Total connect percentage for Terence Crawford is 47%, which is the 3rd highest in boxing. So he is incredibly effective with his punches. Errol Spence, on the other hand, total connect percentage is 45.3%, much lower compared to Terence Crawford, but with a higher power punch connect percentage of 45.6%. While Crawford only has about 42.9%.
Love it.
But here's the big kicker. Crawford is much more judicious in the ring and much more defensively responsible, as his opponent's total connect percentage is only 21.2%, which is 17th in the world, and his opponent's power punch is only 26.3%, which places him 10th in the world. Errol Spence, however, opponent's total connect is 21.9%, and his opponent's power punch connect is a whopping 29.2%. So Errol Spence gets hit a lot, and when he gets hit, many of those punches are power punches. Now, the good thing is that Crawford doesn't throw much, but why doesn't Crawford throw as much as Errol Spence or land as much as Errol Spence? The thing is that Crawford's punches count almost every single time. He knows how to set them up. He takes his time setting them up, but when they land, it's a powerful impact. Crawford has moved up to the welterweight division back in 2018 with his first fight versus Jeff Horn. Jeff Horn, who in controversial fashion took the title away from Manny Pacquiao. Terence Crawford has moved up to the welterweight division and has knocked out 100% of everyone he has fought. That is his last 6 fights. In Errol Spence's last 6 fights, he's gotten 2 KOs out of 6 opponents. One common opponent being Shawn Porter, who was never stopped before until he met up with Terence Crawford. So Terence makes every punch count, while Errol Spence tries to overwhelm you with volume. Now, many people would say, well, Terence Crawford hasn't been in the welterweight division long enough. He hasn't collected all of the belts. But Errol Spence started collecting the belts right as Terence Crawford entered the division. And boxing is prize fighting. And with prize fighting comes a lot of politics and a lot of promotional team posturing. So many of the titles that were held in the welterweight division were held by the PBC fighters. So it was much easier for Errol Spence to capture all of those titles. Granted, Terence Crawford should have probably moved to PBC a long time ago, but I believe he was given a lot of false promises by Top Rank at the time and decided to still try his hat with Top Rank in hopes that he would finally get a fight with Manny Pacquiao, as that was being negotiated before the pandemic hit. He wanted that marquee fight under his belt. Unfortunately, it didn't happen, and as soon as his contract was up, he knew what he had to do. Left Top Rank, and now he's at PBC. Granted, Bob Arum has made superstars out of his fighters, but for some reason, he couldn't do it with Bud Crawford. And I think the reason is because all of the heavy hitters were in PBC, right? You had the Keith Thurmans of the world, you had the Danny Garcias, Errol Spence Jr., Shawn Porter. So all of the heavy hitters were in PBC, so it made it difficult for Crawford. So for Crawford at 147, it makes so much sense for him to finally leave Bob Arum and go to the PBC. This was the best, or not be a free agent where he could fight with the PBC. I think that was the best move for him. He doesn't need to attach himself to Bob Arum, especially since all the big hitters, like I said, they're not at 147 for Bob Arum. Bob Arum holding it down for the 135 division, you know what I'm saying? But and 140, but not when it comes to the 147. I don't see anything stopping this fight from happening, as the stars have aligned. Errol Spence has knocked out Dennis Ugas, who just beat Manny Pacquiao, to claim his 3rd and final title. If Errol Spence beats Terence Crawford, he will become the first ever welterweight undisputed champion in the 4-belt era. And if Terence Crawford beats Errol Spence, he would not only become the first welterweight to become undisputed in the 4-belt era, he will become the first male fighter to become undisputed in 2 weight divisions for the first time in the history of the sport. This fight is as big as it can get. In my opinion, I have Terence Crawford beating Errol Spence Jr.
There you go.
He just has a lot of tools.
Who agrees? Who disagrees?
He can use effectively against
I gave a
prediction
early for this one.
All of the angles that are created by Errol Spence southpaw stance will be mitigated by Terence Crawford's ability to fight in the southpaw stance effectively, which means he leaves his strongest hand close to his opponents at all time. And you can see things like this happen when a power hand is your jab hand. I think he's going to create a lot of trouble for Errol Spence, but I do believe that Errol Spence will come in with a lot of volume to try to take over the fight. But when it's all said and done, I believe that Terence Crawford will break down Errol Spence Jr. and eventually get the knockout. Both of them has fought top tier competition. I would give the slight edge in the welterweight division to Errol Spence Jr. as he fought the likes of a younger Kell Brook,
See, my
Danny Garcia.
analysis are always fair, bro. Look at this. I'm always fair. I did this 9 months ago. I was still fair 9 months ago, man.
And
you got to make a prediction.
However,
right?
Terence Crawford did beat the former undefeated Jose Benavidez Jr. of the Benavidez family and took his O, as well as beating Jeff Horn, knocking out an older Kell Brook, and actually stopping Shawn Porter. I think when you look at all of the attributes, including Terence Crawford's reach, I believe that Terence Crawford will, in fact, come out with the victory when it's all said and done. Now, this fight is being set to happen in November.
No, it's not. Nope. You were wrong about that one. You were wrong about that one. All right, hold on. Let me go back to over here. All right, so there you go. That is the video I made 9 months ago. I still hold strong to that belief, to that understanding, to those stats, to those numbers, to that breakdown, to the you know, how I put everything together. I still hold strong to that because to me, this is actually, to me, I feel incredibly confident. This is a 50-50 fight, but I feel incredibly confident that Crawford has what it takes to beat an Errol Spence Jr. But I want to know what you guys think. So let's go ahead and start pulling up the comments over here. Hold on. We got caps over here. So obviously people are not agreeing. Hold on. We got channel 1 W121. He's like, I agree. Understanding. He completely disagrees. Hold on. What? Hold on. Who gets beat up Crawford? Who gets beat up Crawford before? When did that happen? When did that happen? In sparring? That happened in sparring? You already know we don't talk about sparring. Spence beats Crawford. Okay? I agree with you, Bud, in a decision, though. I think Bud's going to get the knockout. In this one. I mean, he's knocked everybody out. I think this is not going to be any different. Like, if the man could knock out a Shawn Porter, who has a relentless engine, who's like in your face and never like gets stopped, I feel like he could also stop Errol Spence. That's just my take on that. But I could be wrong, but that is my prediction. I think he's going to win by knockout. My head wants to agree, but my heart doesn't. Chris Sater. Okay, I see. Yeah, I think Bud's versatility is going to be a huge factor. Okay. Spence smoking Bud. Bud is great, but Spence is the truth. Woo! I'm putting a lot of money on Bud. That's how confident I am, Fanatico. Hey, Fernie Zacharias. Hey, listen, I'm sorry. I'm pretty confident in this one. I'm pretty confident. I don't like coming off cocky when it comes to predictions. Because, predictions, anything can happen. It's boxing, right? But I'm pretty confident that Terence Bud Crawford will knock out Errol Spence Jr. And when I say knock out, it's not because I think Errol Spence is a bum or anything like that. I don't think that. I think Errol Spence is an amazing fighter. Like, if Errol Spence beats Bud Crawford, he's pound for pound number one. He throws so much volume. I have so much respect for Errol Spence. Once again, I don't make these predictions from the heart or, I don't do that. But Bud is one of those rare fighters that I'm always constantly giving him that benefit of the doubt. Like, he just shows it day in and day out. Every time he's in there, he shows why he needs to get that benefit of the doubt because he proves it, man. He proves it with his accuracy, with the way he could, with such little space, generate so much power, figure out ways to create space. He's a genius in the ring. And I truly believe that come July 29th, hopefully they don't change this date, he will be victorious. I truly believe that. I'm putting a lot of money. Oh, we've already read that. Fabricio Pauletti, 10. Cap. That's cap. Spence better protect that detached retina. We talking about detached retinas and stuff now too. No need spamming. He can see your comment. Ball out mixtape 5. Thank you very much, brother. Thank you. Fernie, I know. I saw it. I responded to it, brother. Understand that Crawford got dropped by Mean Machine, so I don't see him withstanding punishment from Spence. What? That don't make no sense. I mean, Spence been rocked by Spence got rocked by Ugas. Like, if he got rocked by, it's like saying if you get rocked by Ugas, there's no way you taking any punishment from Crawford, who's knocked everybody out in the welterweight division. Everybody. And by the way, I made that video before his fight in December, and that still holds true. He still got 100% knockout. He still got 100% knockout ratio. He gonna find a way to knock you out. All these different fighters, he's still knocking them out. All these different fighters, Jeff Horn. I mean, Manny Pacquiao, granted, he was a little bit past his prime at the time, but he couldn't figure out a way to get him out of there. And Bud Crawford did. Like, I don't know, man. I don't know. YouTube Boxing 6007, what's going on, brother? Chris Ada, Bud was having issues with Benavidez being rough and rugged. Errol is rough and precise and will not stop coming. Plus, he has insane work rate. He has an incredible work rate. I mean, the amount of punches he throws per fight is just insane. It's over the top. And dig into the body, I got the truth. Okay. I see ya, but that's my prediction, though. That's my prediction. I got Bud Crawford on this one. Got Bud Crawford. Been a couple of days. Yes, brother. I mean, hey, guys, I go live Mondays, Wednesdays, Fridays. Every Monday, Wednesday, Fridays, Boxing Fanatico Live. We are on episode 17 right now, and it's amazing to have you guys in here. Hit the like if you haven't, please. We got 44 people in here right now. We got the likes at 19. Please get those likes up. We're trying to build the channel so we can keep doing this and keep giving you guys this awesome content. And it's just a space where we could sit down and talk about in real life boxing together. All right. My man Fernie, don't stop putting that up there. Like, calm down, bro. Bud 100. It's a 50-50 fight, but I think Spence beats him. Okay. But this is truly a 50-50 fight. I mean, of course, I'm gonna make a prediction, right? I'm gonna say, okay, I think this, Bud is gonna win, and I put the reasons why. But it's still a 50-50 fight. It's still on paper 100% the most 50-50 fight that we've seen. It's more of a 50-50 fight than Devin Haney versus Lomachenko. More of a 50-50 fight than that. And that was a 50-50 fight. But this is like the most 50-50 fight you can find, man. Like, in terms of diehard boxing, this is our new Mayweather Manny Pacquiao. Will it do Mayweather Manny Pacquiao numbers? Absolutely not. Nothing could ever do that other than like a circus show, which was what Mayweather pulled off with Conor McGregor. I don't know if we'll ever be in a space where we could do that again. That's going to take some crazy attention grabbing. And over the years, it got to be cooked for a long time. This was cooked for a long time, but I don't know if the turnover in terms of casuals purchasing this is going to be strong enough. But you never know. We'll see. I think Errol Spence does decent numbers on his own. So we'll see if you put them together. We'll see. Amateurs, Ugas beat Crawford. Oh, you talking about amateurs, man? You talking about 3-round point system type joint? Like, a Cuban fighter is almost always going to be beating American fighters because they train for amateurs. They train for the amateur experience. They don't really train for pros. That's why they could sometimes do really good in the amateurs and then they go to pros and they're not good. 3 rounds where this is pros, where it's about knocking you out. I could hit you to the body and that makes sense. This is a different thing, man. Don't look at the amateurs and think that mean much. That don't mean much. Ugas beat Crawford in the amateurs. Okay, all right. I think I'm just delayed. I'm trying to catch up, guys. Hold on 1 second. I'm putting my money on, but oh my God. I got Errol Spence. Okay, Bud with the uppercut to the hook. Okay. I have Crawford via unanimous decision. He's more accurate, more patient, better defense, better shot selection. That's true. More accurate, more patient, He has better defense, better shot selection and placement, and has his longer reach. To pick him apart. All of that stuff is true. What Spence got is volume, right? He'll hit you nonstop. You'll not tire Spence out. He has an incredible engine. So volume, and with volume, you're gonna get punches through. It don't matter how good defensively you are. Some punches are gonna slip through, which is what makes this fight so interesting. It makes it very, very interesting. Spence breaking down Bud is risky. I feel like he's going to get countered and hurt bad. I could definitely see that. Hugh Jakes, the member. Thank you so much, brother. 50-50 for sure. They both adjust quickly. The win goes to whoever gets lucky that night. Ooh, I'll have a better prediction in about 2 weeks. Okay. Man, don't get too mesmerized with those KOs. Spence is different. Hey, look at that. Spence different, man. Those KOs don't mean nothing, right? I mean, he knocked out everybody from all different walks of life in the welterweight division. He knocked out people from overseas. He knocked out people from America. He's knocked out everybody, man. Everybody from different walks of life in the welterweight division. I feel like, I don't know, man. He was the first person in a long time to become undisputed. Oh, he's different though, man. Crawford's different, man. I feel like he could, and I've seen Spence hurt, right? I've seen him get hurt. I've seen him have like tit for tats and all these things. If he's having tit for tats with Bud, who could generate so much power in his punches, I don't know if he's going to be able to withstand those. I really don't. Worst thing Bud can do is try to trade with Spence on the inside. In my opinion, Spence bludgeoning body shots will wear the 35-year-old Crawford down over the fight. He's got to use his reach. I think he will use his reach, but Crawford is really good on the inside too. He knows how to generate his power. He's really good at switch stance, so it makes it even more confusing. He's probably going to be fighting in a southpaw stance, which is going to negate so much work that Errol Spence could do as a southpaw, where he could create angles and all that stuff. A lot of that stuff is going to get negated. Man, it's going to be crazy, man. It's going to be real crazy. It's a real battle to see like whose style is going to come out on top. I think all that value is going to get Spence countered a lot. Yeah, we'll see. Against Ugas, Spence was too front foot heavy. The uppercut hook Bud used on Avanesian could be the combo. Let's see. Uppercut to hook 100%. All right. I mean, Crawford could KO Spence with a counter shot, but I still have Bud via unanimous decision. Okay. Sorry for the spam earlier, bro. I was excited. I want to make sure you read my comments. All right, Fernie. I saw it. I saw it like 8 times, bro. It's all good, though. It's all good. We better have good judges in this fight. Hey, listen. I'm saying it right now. No Dave Moretti, all right? No Dave Moretti. I know we're going to be in Vegas, and I know they be giving Dave Moretti the Vegas stuff, and I know they give Dave Moretti the Vegas stuff that are big stuff. So the likelihood that Dave Moretti could get the assignment is pretty high. But I just don't want a Dave Moretti. My man said no CJ Ross. Bro, CJ Ross got kicked to the curb after that Floyd Mayweather-Canelo fiasco. No Dave Moretti, no Adelaide Byrd, no CJ Ross. Tim Cheatham, y'all think Tim Cheatham, he's all right? Y'all think he all right? Like, I know you know, but like, he did the 115, 130, 115. What's the scorecard? I did 115, 112, 115, 113. He did the 115, 113. I think he all right. I think he's okay. I don't think he's bad, like super bad. Like, he did the 10-9, which was suspect. You know what I mean? But Tim Cheatham, nah. We can't just go by the last name, man. We can't just go by the last name. Come on now. We can't just go by the last name. Tim Cheatham. I feel like Tim Cheatham is not. If they said, yo, pick somebody right now. Like, if they told you something like your life is on the line. Yo, pick somebody right now. What judge you want, Dave Moretti or Tim Cheatham? I'll pick Tim Cheatham. I would be like, all right, damn, chill. Tim Cheatham. Let me go with Tim Cheatham. I mean, wouldn't you pick Tim Cheatham if you had a choice? if they had to have either Dave Moretti or Tim Cheatham as part of the squad, you not picking Tim Cheatham over Dave Moretti? Come on, Dave Moretti was the one that scored the 10-10 for the knockdown in the second round. At least Tim Cheatham was like, I think Ryan did better the whole round and then got dropped, so it's a 10-9. Dave Moretti was like, I think Ryan looked like the greatest fighter of all time that I've ever seen. He's eclipsed Sugar Ray Robinson for the second round, so I'm going to give him a 10-10 tie round when he got knocked down. I mean, those are two different drastic thought processes that came from both of those judges. And then we got Dave Moretti giving the 10th and Tim Cheatham knowing that the 10th was Lomachenko's. I feel like Tim Cheatham is better. He's better. He's better. All right, let's see. It will definitely be a war, lots of punishment. Ooh, it's going to be an amazing fight. It's going to be, because we know Errol Spence got volume, and then we know Terence Crawford got, like, power. Like, Terence Crawford got massive power, and Errol Spence just got insane volume. Insane volume. So it's gonna be a crazy night, man. It's gonna be a crazy night. YouTube Boxing 6007. I'm so excited for this fight, man. All this talk gets me hyped. Oh man, I'm like, I can't wait. I feel like this year is like a gift from the heavens, man. A gift from the heavens. Music renown. Showbiz earlier said Spence fought more experienced fighters. Yeah, I mean, we can't take away Bud Crawford's 140 run, right? His 140 run was pretty nice. It was a pretty nice run. Becoming undisputed in the four-belt era, something that hadn't been done since, like, I think it was Jermaine Taylor was the last one to do it. You know how long ago that was? And then Terence Crawford does it at 140. I think that was, I don't know, man. I don't know. And then when he goes to the welterweight division, he goes up and he's knocking everybody out. He go up and he's knocking everybody out. That's pretty crazy, man. That's pretty crazy. And he's pretty, like, he knows how to set you up and everything. I don't know, man. This is why this is a 50-50. This is a real 50-50, man. You can find good arguments for Spencer. You can find good arguments for Bud Crawford. But my prediction is Bud Crawford will win. Showbiz already bet 500 on Spence. Ooh, that's not good. That's not good, Showbiz. That's not good. No CJ Ross, 100%. Yeah. No Dave Moretti, no Adelaide Bird, no Glenn Feldman, Tim Cheatham. Damn. All right, these dudes better get one another out of here. They don't want it. They don't want it to get to the judges. All right. I'll judge for free just so somebody don't get robbed. Yo, word. I've looked into that before. Like, I've looked at that and I'm like, yo, how do I just become a judge? Just so that I could just judge it fairly. Like, I could just give it to, like, do I have to be 89 years old? Is that one of the prerequisites for being a judge? I got to be 89? If I'm not 89 and, like, with, like, using a catheter or whatever and being rolled in a wheelchair, if that's not me, I can't be a judge? Is that the prerequisite for being a judge? Do I need to be almost in my deathbed to be a judge? I'm just glad we're having a 50-50 fight where there's no build-in excuse for any fighter. Yeah, there ain't. If you want to say, Crawford's old, they like 2 years apart. They like 2 years apart. There ain't no built-in excuse. You can also be like, but what about Errol Spence and the car accident? He came back guns blazing, took out Ugas, who just beat Manny Pacquiao soundly and just killed it. So nope, take that off the table, right? They both have had long layoffs. Man, this thing is perfect, man. Is a perfect 50-50 fight every way you look at it. Every way you look at it. They both just came off of a knockout. Both of them just came off of a knockout. Both. This is perfect, man. Glenn Feldman, I also remember being pretty bad in the Serrano versus Taylor fight. Yeah. I mean, there's always moments with these judges, man. There's always moments with these judges. Errol Spence fans, nervous as hell. I don't know, man. People want this fight, though. People want this fight, even the Errol Spence fans. So that's telling that they want it. They want it, man. That means they want to see it, and they got a little bit of confidence in their guy. But he's losing, though. He's losing. I can't wait until it happens. But Spencer's going to lose, man. Spencer's going to lose. He's going to lose. This year's an amazing year for fighting, but boxing especially. This is a crazy year for boxing. If this fight takes place with the Fulton and the Inoue fight, with the Ryan, the Tank that already happened, what's the other? What was it? If Canelo ends up somehow miraculously deciding to fight Benavidez in September, since his team is talking to Benavidez's team, and then we get that crazy, insane, out of this world December tournament with the heavyweights with Usyk versus Tyson Fury. Like, it's gonna be too many things, man. It's gonna be too many things, and we're gonna be spending over thousands of dollars in pay-per-views this year. Over that, no, that's an exaggeration. Like, at least like $600 in pay-per-views, because we don't know how they're gonna price these bad boys either. Lightweight Giovanni Cabrera posted a video saying he is the co-main event versus Isaac Cruz July 29th. Ooh, nice. That's going to be a good fight too. So you still talking Crawford? Yeah, 100%. I still got Crawford. I actually pulled up the video. Not much has changed since I did that, since I did that prediction. I mean, the only thing that was different from that prediction was that he knocked out Avasanyan in December. That's the only thing that's changed, and that's not going to change my prediction for Bud Crawford winning. We need to put them both in bubble wrap so nothing will happen before the fight. Word, bro. Yo, you imagine somebody come out of nowhere talking about injured or whatever? I hope Errol Spence takes it. Don't go too rough in those sparring sessions, man. Don't be doing no doghouse sparring sessions. Just keep it nice and normal. Keep it nice and normal. That's it. Do the regular stuff. Do the little defensive stuff, the little offensive stuff, but don't go too crazy, man. Don't go too crazy. You have to be born before 1879. You have to be born before 1879 to find a better year, a better boxing year than this one? Exactly, 33-35. I think people are going to use the Spence car crash and retina injury as an excuse when he loses. They might, but hopefully they don't, because the cool thing is all that stuff happened and then he had the Ugas fight. It wasn't like all that stuff happened and we're waiting for him to fight Terence Crawford. If that was the case, it would be a much more powerful argument. But because all that stuff happened and he came back after the car accident and dominated, then he had the retina tear, came back and dominated, I think it is a little bit more far removed. So people could still be like, listen, he was good money. He did this, he fought this guy, he was good money. So I think it'll be okay. But I'm sure there's always going to be the few people here and there that's going to pick at that. But I think he'll be all right. I think that like this is the most excuse-free of a fight that I could think of, right? So let's see. Usyk and Fury and Canelo and Benavidez. That'd be insane. LO and Artur Beterbiev, I forgot, versus Bivol, if that ever takes place, and hopefully it does. Fury not fighting Usyk, no way. Oh, you talking about, wait, what? Fury not fighting Usyk? No way. Yeah, man, I don't, hopefully, right? There's rumors that there's an event that they're trying to put together in Saudi Arabia where it's two fights, a main and a co-main with Usyk versus Fury as the main card. And then Deontay Wilder versus Anthony Joshua as the co-main card. We don't know how true that is yet, but that is being speculated, that there's sources saying that that's being set up in Saudi Arabia because only Saudi Arabia will have the money to pay for that. We could also get a rematch by the end of the year. Ryan lost so we could get the biggest fight in boxing. Yo, Ryan sacrificed himself, bro. Ryan sacrificed himself. Kudos to Ryan, man. Kudos to Ryan. Ryan sacrificed himself so that he walked so that we could run. You know what I'm saying? He crawled so that we could sprint. Like, I don't know what that saying is, but he did the thing that we supposed to do first before we do the thing that we really want to do. And it's because of him. Ryan walked so that we could run. There we go. Ryan walked so that we could run. It's because of him and the numbers that was able to be generated there that everybody said, hey, whoa, everybody come back to the table. Hold on. Come in. They did a 1.2. come back to the table, man. Come back to the table. Let's see. We could at least get this bad boy up to 500, 600,000, 700,000. Come on. Let's do this. Let's do this. Yo, I'm so hyped. 1K in fight food and wings for sure. Oh, yep. We're going to be spending thousands of dollars, J-Shep. You're right. We spending thousands of dollars that night. Or all those nights combined. Yes, we are. We are. They can't blame the crash anymore. My boy came back from his injury strong, super strong, which is why I love the fact that the fight is happening after all that. He did that. Like he got in a car accident, then he fought, and then he got the retina tear, then he fought again, and he fought a beast, right? He fought Ugas, right? I think Danny Garcia was the guy that he fought after the car crash. So, I mean, crazy. He did crazy, insane stuff. He insane. Errol Spence is insane. He what he said he don't believe in tune-ups. He really don't. He really don't believe. He just screw a tune-up. I'm just gonna fight the guy. Why tune up? I'm just gonna fight the guy that I need to fight. Man said Usyk. Usyk? What? Usyk? No, Usyk. It's Usyk. I think they're trying to make Caleb Smith versus Arthur Beterbiev. Yeah, no, I heard about that. But I'm hoping that they can get that one out the way and somehow, maybe by the end of the year, get the whole the Beterbiev versus Bivol. And hopefully Canelo just leaves Bivol alone so that can happen. Ryan walks so we could run. Crawled literally. Literally crawled. Oh, word, he did. Unrelated question: how do I get a bloody knuckle demo? You're gonna have to ask. You're gonna have to ask Love C Shorty for that, man, for a bloody knuckle demo, man, because the demo that he had up before is no longer there. So he's gonna put another demo up though. He said he's gonna put another demo up. You just have to keep bothering him and DMing him and getting his inbox full, and then hopefully we get the demo quick. Nah, I'm just kidding. Don't bother him. Don't bother. But yeah, he's setting up for another. He's putting out another demo for sure. A new devlog is almost gonna come out. I'm gonna make a video on that one. I hope Errol finally got another mouthpiece. We don't need you to go looking for in the middle of the match. Word, bro. Chill. Don't let that mouthpiece just fly out your mouth like that. That was weird too when that happened. When it just came out like that. Like that's weird. We gonna go bug him right now. All right, guys, it's 8:03. We 3 minutes past. We was having a blast today. I'm just too giddy, so I saw that it was 8 o'clock, but I didn't care because I was too giddy. I just want to keep talking about it, but we're gonna have to end the stream here. Thank you so much, guys, for coming out to episode Boxing Fanatico Live, episode 17, where we talk about IRL boxing. And man, we are having an amazing year. If it was ever a year for me to start doing IRL boxing streams on a consistent basis, this is the year to do it because my goodness, Ryan, Tank, Haney, Loma, Inoue, Fulton, Terence, Errol Spence, like this is just crazy. This is crazy. It's a crazy year. Crazy year. Anyways, thanks again so much, guys. Hit the like on your way out. Yes, please. Adrian, Jerome, AP, whatever. Yes. Hit the like on your way out. Thank you so much. Scullo, X-Men, peace, family. I will see you guys in the next one. And also hit the subscribe button if you haven't. Why not? Just hit subscribe. I go live Monday, Wednesday, Friday, but in between that, I'll be dropping videos that I edit and put together too. So if you subscribe, you'll get that, it'll send it to you if you hit the notification bell and hit all notifications. So all those steps are super important to making sure you're getting my content. All right, guys, until the next one, man, peace out. Damn, this is fire.